Now let's update the console app to show the details of a specific file. So what I'm going to do is let's find the code that we had previously that was running the request, or was running the request for request number 1. And I'm going to go ahead and comment this out so we don't see this keep running. And I'm then going to add in a second request. This second request that you can see is going to be fetching the result for a specific file using the file ID. And then it's doing that. You can see where the big change here is in the arrays or the items collection is I'm passing in a specific ID of the file that I want. And then I'm not using a for loop to loop through all the results. So let's grab this file ID right here. So I'll copy this and we'll paste this in, save our changes, and then we'll do the exact same thing. .NET build and .NET run. Again, we have to log in, so I'll pass in my username, and then I'll pass in my password. And what you'll see is that now we fetch the results of a specific file instead of all the files. In this last step, I'm going to update the console app to download a file from the user's OneDrive. So let's go back and we will comment out all of request number 2, and I'm going to drop in a third request here. So we're going to download the exact same file. So I'm just going to grab that ID and paste it in right here. So here we're doing the exact same kind of request, except for notice that I'm putting this content property on the end of the actual file that we're fetching. This code that you see right here, all this is doing is creating a stream of the results that are coming back, and then it's deciding where it's going to actually store that file. I'm just going to store it in the current folder where our application is running, and it's going to copy it down to the local machine. So now we can go about testing our app one more time. So again, we'll do a .NET build, followed by a .NET run, pass in our username, passing in our password, and here what you see is the file has been downloaded, and you can see it listed right here. Now I didn't keep track of things like the file extension or the actual file name. I just wanted to pull the file down and store it based on its file ID and then call it .file. But that's just demonstrating, showing you how to download a file from the user's OneDrive. So in this demo, you saw how we created a .NET console app that can access and download files from the user's OneDrive.